What if I told you that $1,000 could generate over $200,000 in annual dividend income within just a few years? Most beginners think you need tens of thousands to start dividend investing, but that's completely wrong. I'm about to show you the exact 3 dividend stocks that can turn your first $1,000 into a money-making machine that pays you every single month. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to build your first dividend portfolio even if you've never bought a stock before. Meet Sarah. She's 28, works as a marketing coordinator, and has exactly $1,000 sitting in her savings account, earning practically nothing. Like most people her age, she thinks investing is complicated, risky, and requires way more money than she has. But Sarah doesn't realize she's about to discover something that will completely change her financial future. Now, before I reveal the 3 specific dividend stocks that can transform Sarah's $1,000, I need to tell you about a critical mistake that 90% of beginner dividend investors make. It's a mistake so common that it actually destroys wealth instead of building it. But stick with me, because once you understand this mistake and how to avoid it, you'll see exactly why these 3 stocks are so powerful for beginners, starting with just $1,000. Let's start with the foundation. Dividend investing is incredibly simple in concept but powerful in execution. When you buy shares of a dividend-paying company, you become a partial owner of that business. As the company generates profits, they share a portion of those profits with shareholders through dividend payments. These payments typically arrive quarterly, though some companies pay monthly or annually. The beauty of dividend investing lies in its dual benefit structure. First, you receive regular cash payments that can either supplement your income or be reinvested to buy more shares. Second, the stock price itself can appreciate over time, giving you potential capital gains on top of your dividend income. Sarah's $1,000 gives her the perfect starting point because dividend investing works on compound growth. Every dividend payment she receives can purchase additional shares, which then generate even more dividends, creating a snowball effect that accelerates over time. The first stock Sarah should consider is Realty Income Corporation, ticker symbol O. This real estate investment trust has earned the nickname the Monthly Dividend Company because it pays dividends every single month instead of quarterly. With Sarah's $1,000, she could purchase approximately 15 shares at current market prices of around $65 per share. Realty Income owns over 13,000 commercial properties across the United States and United Kingdom. These properties are leased to tenants under long-term agreements, creating predictable cash flow that supports consistent dividend payments. The company has increased its dividend for 29 consecutive years, demonstrating remarkable stability even through economic downturns. At current dividend yields of approximately 4.5%, Sarah's initial investment would generate roughly $45 in annual dividend income. That might not sound like much, but remember, this is just the beginning of her wealth-building journey. The second stock for Sarah's portfolio is Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol JNJ. This healthcare giant represents one of the most reliable dividend payers in the entire stock market. With over 60 years of consecutive dividend increases, Johnson & Johnson has proven its ability to generate profits and reward shareholders regardless of economic conditions. Johnson & Johnson operates 3 main business segments: pharmaceuticals, medical devices, and consumer products. You probably use their products daily without realizing it. Band-Aid bandages, Tylenol, baby shampoo, and contact lenses all come from Johnson & Johnson subsidiaries. With approximately $300 of Sarah's initial investment, she could purchase nearly 2 shares of Johnson & Johnson at current prices, around $160 per share. The company currently yields approximately 3%, which would generate roughly $9 annually from her $300 investment. The pharmaceutical business provides exceptional stability because people need medications regardless of economic conditions. Johnson & Johnson's massive research and development budget ensures a steady pipeline of new drugs to replace those losing patent protection. The third stock completes Sarah's diversified foundation, Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO. Warren Buffett has famously held Coca-Cola stock for over 30 years, and for good reason. The company operates the world's largest beverage distribution network, selling over 2 billion servings daily across more than 200 countries. Coca-Cola has increased its dividend for 61 consecutive years, making it a dividend king. Companies with at least 50 years of consecutive dividend increases. This incredible track record demonstrates the company's ability to generate consistent cash flow through multiple economic cycles. With the remaining portion of Sarah's $1,000, roughly $350, she could purchase approximately 6 shares at current prices of around $60 per share. Coca-Cola currently yields approximately 3.25%, generating roughly $11 annually from her investment. The beverage giant's competitive advantages run deep. Their brand portfolio includes 4 of the world's top 5 non-alcoholic beverage brands. The company's distribution network creates enormous barriers to entry for competitors, while their marketing expertise helps maintain premium pricing power. Now let's address that critical mistake I mentioned earlier. The biggest error beginner dividend investors make is chasing high dividend yields without understanding the underlying business fundamentals. A stock paying an 8 or 10% dividend might seem attractive, but often these high yields signal financial distress rather than generous management. Companies in declining industries or facing significant financial challenges sometimes maintain high dividend payments to attract investors, but these dividends are often unsustainable. When the dividend gets cut or eliminated, the stock price usually crashes, wiping out years of dividend income in a matter of days. Sarah avoids this trap by focusing on companies with sustainable competitive advantages, strong balance sheets, and long track records of dividend growth. The 3 stocks I've outlined represent different sectors: real estate, healthcare, and consumer staples, providing diversification that reduces overall portfolio risk. Let's examine how Sarah's portfolio might evolve over time. Starting with her $1,000 investment split across these 3 positions, she'll receive approximately $65 in annual dividend income during her first year. That represents a 6.5% yield on her initial investment. Here's where the magic of compound growth becomes apparent. If Sarah reinvests every dividend payment to purchase additional shares, her portfolio will grow exponentially. After 5 years of reinvestment, assuming modest dividend growth of 5% annually, her annual dividend income could exceed $120. By year 10, with continued reinvestment and dividend growth, her annual dividend income might reach $240. The portfolio value would likely exceed $2,000, effectively doubling her initial investment while generating increasing passive income. But Sarah's journey doesn't stop there. As she continues working and saving, she can add to her dividend portfolio regularly. Even adding just $100 monthly to her investments would accelerate her wealth building dramatically. We've covered a lot of ground so far: Sarah's 3 foundational dividend stocks, the critical mistake to avoid, and the power of compound reinvestment. But here's where most beginner guides stop, and that's a huge problem. Because knowing which stocks to buy is only half the battle. The other half is execution, and that's where most people stumble. Let me show you the exact step-by-step process Sarah needs to follow to actually build this portfolio, plus reveal a surprising strategy that could accelerate her timeline by years. The first step in Sarah's execution plan is choosing the right brokerage account. For dividend investing, she needs a broker that offers commission-free stock trades and automatic dividend reinvestment programs, commonly called DRIPs. Several major brokers meet these criteria, including Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Vanguard. Commission-free trading is crucial because Sarah will be making regular purchases as she adds money to her portfolio. Even small commissions of $5 or $10 per trade would significantly reduce her returns over time. Automatic dividend reinvestment allows her dividends to purchase additional shares without manual intervention, ensuring every dollar continues working immediately. Sarah should open a taxable brokerage account rather than a retirement account for her dividend investing. While retirement accounts offer tax advantages, they restrict access to funds until age 59 and a half. Dividend investing works best when you can access your growing income stream if needed. Once Sarah opens her account and transfers her initial $1,000, she's ready to place her first orders. For beginners, market orders provide the simplest execution method. A market order instructs the broker to purchase shares immediately at the current market price. Sarah would place 3 separate market orders: approximately $400 for Realty Income, $300 for Johnson & Johnson, and $300 for Coca-Cola. The exact number of shares she receives depends on the precise stock prices when her orders execute. After purchasing her initial positions, Sarah needs to enroll in each company's dividend reinvestment program. Most brokers handle this automatically, but she should verify that dividends will reinvest into additional shares rather than accumulating as cash in her account. The psychological aspect of dividend investing often determines long-term success more than stock selection. Markets fluctuate constantly, and Sarah's portfolio value will rise and fall daily. During market downturns, even high-quality dividend stocks can decline 20 or 30% from their peaks. Sarah must understand that temporary price volatility doesn't affect the underlying business fundamentals of her companies. Realty Income will continue collecting rent from thousands of tenants. Johnson & Johnson will keep selling essential healthcare products. Coca-Cola will maintain its global beverage empire. The dividend payments will continue arriving regardless of short-term stock price movements. This mindset becomes crucial during market panics when financial media screams about crashes and recessions. While others panic and sell their investments at losses, experienced dividend investors often view market downturns as opportunities to purchase more shares at discounted prices. Dollar cost averaging amplifies this advantage. By investing the same dollar amount regularly regardless of market conditions, Sarah automatically buys more shares when prices are low and fewer shares when prices are high. This strategy smooths out market volatility and improves long-term returns. Let's explore specific dollar cost averaging scenarios for Sarah. Suppose she commits to investing an additional $200 monthly into her dividend portfolio. Some months, her $200 might purchase 3 shares of Realty Income. Other months, when the stock price is higher, she might only get 2.5 shares. Over time, this consistent investing approach helps Sarah build substantial wealth without trying to time the market. After 5 years of adding $200 monthly while reinvesting all dividends, her portfolio could be worth over $20,000, generating substantial annual dividend income. Tax considerations play an important role in dividend investing strategy. Qualified dividends from most U.S. corporations receive favorable tax treatment, with rates of 0, 15, or 20%, depending on Sarah's total income. These rates are typically lower than ordinary income tax rates, making dividend income more tax-efficient than wages or interest income. Sarah should track her dividend income throughout the year and understand how it affects her tax situation. Most brokers provide year-end tax documents showing total dividend income, making tax preparation straightforward. The reinvestment strategy deserves deeper examination because it's so powerful, yet often misunderstood. When Sarah reinvests her dividends, she's purchasing additional shares that will generate even more dividends in future periods. This creates exponential growth that accelerates over time. Consider Coca-Cola's historical performance. The company has increased its dividend for 61 consecutive years, with an average annual growth rate of approximately 6% over the past decade. If this trend continues, Sarah's initial Coca-Cola investment could generate significantly more income in future years. Realty Income's monthly dividend payments provide even more frequent compounding opportunities. Instead of waiting 3 months between dividend payments like most stocks, Sarah receives cash flow every single month that can immediately purchase additional shares. Geographic diversification adds another layer of stability to Sarah's portfolio. While all 3 recommended stocks are US-based companies, they generate substantial international revenue. Coca-Cola derives over 60% of its revenue from international markets. Johnson & Johnson has significant European and Asian operations. Even Realty Income has expanded into the United Kingdom. This international exposure helps protect Sarah's portfolio from US-specific economic problems, while maintaining the stability and regulatory protections of investing in American companies. Monitoring and maintenance requirements for dividend portfolios remain minimal compared to other investment strategies. Sarah doesn't need to track daily price movements or analyze complex technical indicators. Instead, she should focus on quarterly earnings reports and dividend announcements from her holdings. If any of her companies cuts or eliminates its dividend, Sarah should investigate the reasons and consider selling that position. However, temporary dividend freezes during economic uncertainty don't necessarily warrant immediate action, if the underlying business remains strong. The beauty of this approach is its scalability. Whether Sarah starts with $1,000 or $10,000, the same principles apply. The key is getting started and maintaining consistency over time. As Sarah's dividend income grows, she gains increasing financial flexibility. The monthly payments from realty income might eventually cover her grocery expenses. Combined dividends from all three positions could pay her utility bills. Over many years, her dividend income might even cover major expenses like housing or transportation. This is the path to financial independence through dividend investing. By starting with just $1,000 and following a disciplined approach, Sarah can build substantial wealth that generates increasing passive income for decades. The three stocks I've outlined provide an excellent foundation, but they're not the complete story. Successful dividend investors typically build diversified portfolios with 10 to 20 positions across various sectors and industries. However, starting with these three companies gives Sarah the experience and confidence to expand her portfolio over time. Remember, every dividend aristocrat started as someone's first stock purchase. Every wealthy dividend investor began with their first $1,000. The difference between those who succeed and those who never start is simply taking action. Your journey to dividend investing success begins with the decision to start. Take Sarah's example, choose your broker, and make your first purchases. The sooner you begin, the more time compound growth has to work its magic on your wealth. If you want to dive deeper into the psychological and strategic aspects of dividend investing, check out my video, Why Everything Changes When You Start Dividend Investing. It reveals the mindset shifts that separate successful dividend investors from everyone else, and it's the perfect next step in your journey toward financial independence through dividends.